after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of first at the 32.
Going on 4th down. Here's Willis.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
That's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
He'll get this one to Patrick. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 2nd and goal.
Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Bengals force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased. Doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, here's Fields. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They find some open field here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Well, they go with a tight end carry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Now they send a man in motion right.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
1st and 10, Willis.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bengals are back within a couple of the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in your book.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
131 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Again, it's Taylor.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for the Bengals TD.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, the ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
And the Bengals grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. On 2nd and 11 now.
Willis.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Fields.
And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here's Fields.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it at the 42. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
ETN up the middle.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he will lose yard. to the 24. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a two-score game. And his kick is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Into the hands of Patrick, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Carter. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Shotgun snap to Willis. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Second and 6. Back to throw. Fields.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones now in motion left.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. All eyes on Fields. And the slant, it's Fant.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Now Fields.
And this is caught. Touchdown! And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Now the biggest extra point of this man's life. And it is good, and his guys have taken the lead in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
One final try for Willis.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And